A very good day to you and welcome to Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Jadiel Kabira, ready for political conversations that are very simple, truthful, with Professor Herman Manyora putting them across in a hard-hitting way, also unbiasedly. How are you doing? How have you been?
Wonderful. Good
conversation we're planning to have. I don't know how good it is, but we're back into the conversation of ICC. Raila was to pen a letter yesterday to the International Criminal Court of Rigathi, Gachagua and the IG Koome, says they need to do better, they need to be held accountable. From the protest you saw, is there a reason for ICC to come into our country and investigate the state of how the police were operating in the last time they were protesting?
Talking of Koome, IG, I read this guy, Nyakundi, something, Cyprian is Nyakundi. He says, a lot of people have known Koome was Meru, they didn't know. You see how these things work. So your question was?
Are we ready to go back to ICC and
you know
invite
my
them
stand
back
is that
here?
I don't have much regard for ICC, for reasons that I've given, and which many people have given. I also don't agree with the idea of getting a Kenyan, getting that Kenyan, putting him on a plane or something like that, and delivering him to a foreign country. No, I don't believe in that.
But what do you do?
It perpetuates the myth that we are not serious people, that we are not capable of anything.
I'm asking, when you look at our institutions, can you say they are serious enough to deal with the situation that we have in the country, especially our institutions as they are? Because this is the biggest problem, we think, as Mio side, saying our institutions are corrupted, asking why is Ruto taking money to the judiciary? Why is the IG behaving the way he is? He's compromised.
We should deal with our problems. Let's deal with our institutions. I agree, our institutions, some of them may be good, but the people inside are wanting. But that's not to say we should surrender. That's fatalistic. We should not surrender and say because we can't do it, let other people take care of our people. No, we should fight to ensure our institutions are working.
Isn't that what, say, Raila says he's doing, but he's looking at the situation and saying we need some help from outside? Isn't that what he's doing?
It's not the best approach. I know the game Raila is playing. You know, Raila was accused of being the one who took Ruto to the Hague. Of course, as it's clear and obvious from the facts, he was not. But it worked against him in 2013. So he will be a fool to repeat the same. But he knows what he's doing. He's sending a scare. And it is working. That's why wakati Raila aliuza watu wanatujua, hawatujui sisi. I think they didn't get time to ask how if we don't know Raila. They don't know Raila.
What is
this thing is working. And it's working in a direction they don't know, and I can't say on air here. I cannot say on this video.
But the Inspector General says...
Because I know the strategy.
He will not be intimidated.
Yes.
He says police officers, we love this country, we'll work for this country, we will not be intimidated by these threats. That's what he said.
Who that?
And you're saying it's working, the Inspector General.
It's working. You know, the Inspector General he's a Meru. No, Meru men are tough. So he may just be talking like a Meru man who is tough. He himself may not be bothered. He may also know that it will get nowhere. Even somebody said the Hague has never worked. If they couldn't nail Ruto and Uhuru, so what is the Hague? I don't know. One of these people said here. So it's not that whether it can work against Koome or not. It is the impact, the effect. And Raila knows so well.
And they're not going to tell us the effect?
No, I'm saying that is obvious. They should know what I mean. They should know what I mean. If they don't know, then they have no business being in office. They should go away and we employ other people to do those jobs at the intelligence and at police.
How then bad were things? And when you look at how the police handle the situation in the country, can you blame the police? Because that's what Raila is doing, blaming the Inspector General. Says
I've explained before.
The protests were peaceful.
It depends at the level. First of all, you can blame the command for listening to the politicians. So in that case, you'll blame Koome for listening to Ruto. Then one will wonder, why hasn't he seen that his predecessor left unceremoniously? And the DCI man, what was his, Kinoti? They left because, assumedly, they were listening to Uhuru. Why would he be going the same route listening to Ruto, yet it can end badly for him? So you can blame Koome if you want.
Mm.
But many people in his position will do exactly what he has done.
Mm.
It is not the people, it is the situation you find yourself in. If you hear Manyora has stolen something somewhere, don't be quick to rush to judge me. It's not my character or my person. It is the environment in which I will be operating. You see?
Are you saying we don't blame these corrupt leaders?
You know, it's as an individual. Don't look at an individual. So don't blame Kome. It's the situation Kome finds himself in. If he wants that job, he will do exactly that. How many people will not want to be Inspector General of Police? How many? Actually, it's a good job.
Yes.
It's the very top of the police. That uniform he wears, he could do anything for it. So I don't want to blame him. Because you must be a very strong person. You must be somebody like me. And not many people are like me. When I say these people don't know, those who don't know, they should read my book when it comes out. If I was not the person who says no, when everybody else is saying yes, I would not be sitting here. No. I'm among few people who can say no when everybody else is trembling. Let my book come out and you see, God, let it come out. Give me life.
So let's not blame the IG.
Let's not blame them. Now, that's one you can choose to blame him, but you can also understand. You can empathize with him because it's the situation he finds himself in. He needs that job. Then you can go down at the police, the individual police. You may choose to blame them for the excesses we witnessed. But again, some of these policemen, all of them are working under command that wants them to work in a certain way. You have no choice in the matter. So again, blaming those policemen may be a waste of time. Then there are those policemen who have been perhaps given special assignments. Those ones you can blame. Why are you taking special assignments which can lead you to the Hague?
Like the one
that makes you behave like an animal.
Hitting the car.
That you hit a tear gas direct in a vehicle carrying your brothers, most likely younger brothers and sisters, men of the press. Are you an animal? Because that policeman is not an animal. He has been given special duties. That one you can blame him as a person. So it depends on how you look at the whole thing.
So you say...
I don't want to engage in blame games because it's always very difficult.
But from their performance in the last times when we had the protest, from their performance, was that performance a performance that we expect from our officers, or was it more or less something that is normal when it comes to protests?
You know, we have called them normal. But me, when you talk about performance, I choose to look at the country. I choose to look at tomorrow, future. I choose to be positive and forward-looking. So what I would say is, not because of Maandamano, but because in society there will always be situations where there's need to do crowd control. I would strongly urge the government and the Police Service Commission to offer modern training to the police. Training in crowd control and crowd management. There have been very serious demos in France, and you see the police. In South Africa, you saw the police who are leading. You have given us your route. Sisi ndio tuko mbele. Na tuko nyuma na sides. So modern crowd management and control. The police should be given training. They should be given modern equipment. You see, modern training, modern equipment. Otherwise, we are heading for a disaster. Because the police are soon going to be overpowered by people. A tear gas, they should have learned by now, those tear gas, they are not working. They can't work. Throwing a tear gas and the boys take and return it to you. Soon there will be conflict between the people and the police. And that is not desirable. So the police will have to be retrained into crowd control and management. And given the right equipment. This ugly vehicle which I used to see in Soweto, I don't want to see it in Kenya. It reminds me of apartheid. Of the way the black people are being treated in South Africa. They are so ugly. Maybe we need something else.
Talk to me then about Rigathi Gachagua, because he's on top of that list. That is to go, that Raila needs Hague to investigate him. From how he has been performing, behaving, speaking in the public, and from what some say he's been the one controlling the Inspector General, just talks. How has he been behaving, and how different should he behave when it comes to moving forward and Raila continuing to push for protests?
You know, about ICC, there's a question of greatest responsibility, question of command, question of influence. And all those things have been listed. And when you read them, you can't find a place to slot Rigathi Gachagua.
Yeah?
He can be slotted somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, when you read it, not me.
Yeah.
They say if you did this, if you do this, if the people do this, you know, they are all there. And there are many people who fit there.
If it quacks like a duck.
Boxes are ticked for them to be ICC guests. It is there. Gachagua could fit there. Again, I don't like ICC. Again, I don't like dragging people, whether they are Gachagua or whatever. I don't like it. But two things. One, it will succeed in scaring him. Whether he likes it or whether he says it or not, it will scare him. I want to tell you something. Even if you are tough, the moment a case comes knocking your way, however petty, however small, it shakes you. Case yata kama ni ndogo. The people who are in this golden bag thing, people who stole golden bag, what central bank, without even mentioning them, they had big money. First of all, the money disappeared. Secondly, they all died. You can't sleep. When you are wanted at the Cayman Island or wherever to answer money laundering, what can I, you think they're happy? If you meet them, you can't know them. No, it's true. Just meet them. You can't know them. Sa ile uko na kesi tu criminal kidogo. You can't sleep. You can't eat
straight.
So even Gachagua, what do you call it?
Rigathi,
he can lie to you that he's tough. But the moment that letter goes to ICC, it will affect him. He's a human being.
Okay.
He's a human being.
But I'm asking in terms of how he operates. How
unless you are a pastoralist, like Ruto. Those ones don't care. Pastoralists like Somali, Kalenji, those ones, they can withstand it. It is in the culture and in the training. You can't scare a serious warrior that, oh, I'm going to ICC.
How different then should Gachagua speak, or should I say behave, if I should, when it comes to moving forward, and you know how he has been talking in public?
That's why I will tell you, Raila knows how this thing is working. You wait and see. You wait and see, because kesho, kama kuna maandamano, that force, police force, you will not see it. That bravado you have been getting from Ishunga, utasikia. The moment the ICC door has been opened like this, wamechukua binoculars, wamepewa, check. Huyo ni Manyora, angalia anasema nini kwa YouTube yake. Yeah, they will not. I know, I'm old enough to know. We all scare, we are human beings. And even if you pretend you are tough, your wife at home will tell you, mzee wacha bwana, tutaki tuwache hapa. Hawa watoto ni wadogo wa Ishungwa. Unataka niwache watoto mimi peke yangu hapa? Even your children, primary school going children, tell you, daddy, what is it? You know me, even my family, you know that. They tell me what are the things I say. They fear for me.
Sometimes you want to say something, they tell you, no, don't.
You know, my late father was just reminding somebody today, when I talked about the Pan Paper sale. I said 900 million, when Pan Paper had even property in Nairobi from the way I thought. How? My father told me, don't go there. So, there are people who care for us, who love us, who feel like what I do. Sometimes they tell me, mzee, hapa is risky. You see? So even if you want to pretend you are Kimani Ichung'wah, you are tough or Rigathi, your wife will tell you.
What's then your recommendation to Raila Odinga? Because these are the threats.
He's using it as effectively. Because hawa hawatujui. Raila aliwaambia hawa hawatujui. Alisema hawa hawajui Raila. If they try to learn and understand Raila, it will be good for them.
I think Rigathi Gachagua told
this ICC thing, this is a game changer. It is a dangerous card. Even the police will be scared. It's a dangerous card. Raila has just stuck on the ameweka kwa meza, akanyamaza. Hawa hawajui Raila. The sooner they know Raila, the better.
He told the president that let him deal with Raila.
Yes,
that's what Rigathi Gachagua
deal
said.
with Raila. Gachagua. Gachagua was a DO to Moi and Raila managed Moi. Sasa DO Moi kama Raila aliweza Moi, DO yake anaweza Raila.
I guess in this kind of situation,
hawajui Raila ni nani. This ICC thing, I looked at it and said, God, even me, I don't know Raila. This is a dangerous card. Going forward, you just watch. Just watch. You can get to a point where people openly defy orders. I say, no, not me. Let somebody else do it. It's dangerous. You remember in the election of 2013, self-censorship, even with the media. Everybody was scared. In the election of 2013, because ICC was just, it was hovering around. Everybody was self-censored. Kila mtu alikuwa discipline, hata mdomo. The things people were saying in 2017, they did not say in 2013 in elections. Everybody was scared. So now, when you bring back the ghost of ICC, it will have serious impact. And that is the Raila man I'm talking about. He knows where to touch. And watch this space. Next demonstrations, if they are there, which I don't like, which I will do everything to avoid if I were the one, there will be no much force from the police. And Raila will have achieved his aim.
Yes, with this kind of conversation, we have to wait and see. You always say in the fullness of time, we'll know what will happen. Until we do talk again, thank you so much for tuning in. We don't take it for granted because you help us move on. For those people that continue to support us via M-Pesa numbers, we do really appreciate you. Have yourself a lovely rest of your day.